Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel today. If you're new, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing speed reviews of all the makeup products that I've tried over the summer and what I think about them, if I like them, love them, don't like them if they didn't work out for me. There are some products I have returned, so I won't be mentioning those, but there's one that I plan on returning and I still have it with me, so I will mention that one. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. For the first item, it's not a makeup product, but it's the only one in its category, so I'm just going to mention it. It's by Huda Beauty, and it's her Caviar brand. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's the Vanilla 28 perfume. And when I first smelled this in store, I was like, oh my gosh, this smells incredible. I had been looking for vanilla scents that aren't super duper sweet, but also not like enough punch to it, like something in the middle, that happy medium. This is that happy medium. And I know with her brand, you're supposed to layer them with other fragrances, and I believe this one is supposed to go with Elixir. I have never smelled that one. My Sephora's, I don't think, carry that one in store, so I'm not quite sure how it smells, but I have heard and read online that those two are the perfect duo. A little background, so this is number 28, so that means that it took 28 times to get this scent right. And I thought that was just really interesting and different. So it's called the Vanilla 28, and it is amazing. So obviously it has vanilla in there, and I will put the rest of the notes on the screen, but it just has this gorgeous packaging. This bottle itself was $85. I really wanted to get the smaller. It's literally this big. I think it's $25, and I was really going for that one, but it kept selling out. And then this one sold out, and then at one point it was like, do I really want to pay $120 for something I sprayed once? But I really wanted it for a vacation I was going on last month. When this came back in stock, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get it because this perfume keeps selling out. It won't stop selling out. It goes back in stock, it sells out within like a few hours to a day. It's insane to me, but it really does smell that good. It looks like I have used it way more, and that's only because I was putting it in a travel size perfume container, the word that I cannot pronounce. This one is a keeper. I will say, when I first sprayed it from the little $25 one, that one lasted on my skin for the rest of the day into the next day. This one, I don't know what it is, if it's just a bigger bottle. I don't know if the $25 one, because it's so small, is just like slightly more concentrated. I would spray it and you could probably smell it on me right away if I just sprayed it, but you wouldn't really be able to smell it, or at least I couldn't smell it on myself like throughout the day. It would only be if I like went straight up to my wrist, and like my nose is literally pressing into my wrist right now. That's a little dramatic, but if I went right up to my wrist, then like I could smell it. So it's just very interesting. I'm still testing it out to see if like it's really worth the $85. The $25 one is like super small, so I'd be curious to see if like that size is even worth its price point. But there's like a big size difference between the little one and this one, and then they have the bigger size, of course. But you guys just have to go smell it in store. It's an experience, honestly. Actually, I need some right now. When I did put it in my little travel perfume container, it holds up for more than 12 hours, and I just love that eyeshadow base. Like, everyone needs that eyeshadow base if you don't have it already. These are the Makeup Revolution and Friends collection. I had bought these last September, and I didn't try them out until last month. There's a lot happening last year. This one is super pretty. I actually do have a post on Instagram with this lip. It is beautiful. I wear like super minimal eyeshadow and super minimal eye and face makeup just to wear this to the office, and I didn't even end up wearing it because it is a shade that I would not typically wear. But when I did put it on, like after the office, just to take the pictures, put it on Instagram type of thing, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a beautiful lip color. I think it does have a scent to it, and this kind of strong. Yeah, it has like a decently strong smell of coconut. I love coconut, but when it was on my lips, it was quite strong. It was starting to give me a headache, so that was one little con I had about it. I think I said on the post that I would wear this for maybe like a very short makeup day or if I was filming, but maybe not to the office because I don't want it to give me a headache. And that was in the shade Ross. And then I have Joey here, and I think this completely washes me out, or at least it's like on the verge of washing me out, and I would have to put something on top of it. But these are super glossy formulas, so I don't really know what kind of product would work really well over that. Tried it once, but I may declutter it because it just doesn't really look that great against my skin tone, even if I was tan. Colourpop Mojave Moves Jelly Much Eyeshadow. This was from the Wild Nothing collection. The Wild Nothing palette is like my favorite from Colourpop ever. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's super, super pretty, super sparkly. I tried to use it on my lid at actually a couple of times, and it did not work. And then I tried to use it like just in my inner corner, and it was super, super chunky, so I might declutter that, but I don't think I can use that. And I think it also dried up for the most part. But I think when my mom bought it, the formula was the exact same, like super, super chunky. So can't say I'll be gravitating towards that formula too much from Colourpop. Cover FX Power Play Concealer in P Light 2. This is a really good shade for when I'm tan. I can still use it right now. It still looks like just a smidge deep on me, but I can absolutely make it work. I love the way it makes my under eyes look, especially with the Tom Ford powder. A really nice duo. I've worn this going out and it's completely fine. It looks great. Really recommend that. I know a lot of people actually really like that concealer. Marc Jacobs Spotlight Glow Stick Glistening Illuminator. So I've tried this on my shoulders before and it did nothing. Like, it rubbed into complete nothing. I am an affiliate with Marc Jacobs. You know, I have to be honest about everything that I say. That is with every single brand, every single product, whether I'm affiliated with them or not. I will be completely honest. It's an interesting shade and it's really pretty when you swatch it, but when I actually rubbed it into my shoulders, I'm like, where did it go? Just an interesting product. Clinique Fit Workout Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 40 in 01 Light. 12-hour wear, natural matte finish, oil-free, allergy tested, 100% fragrance-free, and ophthalmologist tested. It's also waterproof, sweat-proof. This Clinique Fit line is actually meant for people who go hiking very often and golfing, any outdoor activity, you name it. You do have to shake it. This one is like super, super dark on me, but when I was pretty tan, or at least my legs were pretty tan, I had gotten sun poisoning and I was supposed to go to Six Flags in like a couple of days after that, and it looked like my legs had gotten beat up and bruised like super badly. It was really, really bad. So I needed something to make it not look like my legs just got in a fight, and this was the only thing I could think of that was dark enough. It was still like not the correct shade for my legs, but I was able to make it work. It worked in the moment, but it's still way too deep for me. I think I put like the Tom Ford powder on or like a Chanel powder on just to have it set and not move around. The powder, whichever one I used, it did make my legs look dry because there's a sunburn, there's sun poisoning. It's not like a super hydrated area at that point. So it worked for the moment, but that's not something I would ever do. I think that was the first time I ever put makeup on my body besides my neck, so that's not something I do very often, but it worked. I don't know what powder this is, but I know everyone knows what powder this is if I just hold it up to the screen. Pure, bestseller from them. You can use it as a bronzer, you can use it as a powder. I think when I use it as like an all-over face powder on a product that was really glowy, wow, I mean, it made my face very matte. Not drying, but it definitely made it matte, and matte is not my favorite finish, depending on the product too, but it did work. I don't know if I've used it since, but it set my makeup really well. I have not used it underneath my eyes. This is the Tarte C Set and Protect Mineral Powder Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. Pull this, oof, a lot of powder comes off. You pull this top off, pull this down, and then you push this button and out comes powder. On the brush, even though this shade looks like it would match my face, it does not. Even when I'm tan, it may like just match my face, but it's still a little bit too deep for me. I don't really know how it wears, but from it being on my face, I didn't mind the finish of it. I think it was a little bit more matte than I had wanted, but it wasn't that bad. Laura Mercier Caviar Eyestick Color and Vanilla Kiss. This is like my skin tone. It absolutely blends into my skin tone. I didn't use it that much because it does absolutely nothing for me, so if I wanted to just maybe like cover my veins a little bit and then put on mascara, like maybe it would work. But as far as actually getting some color in there and making my eyes look dimensional. It's not going to do that for me. Hourglass Silk Vanish Concealer. Something is covering the color, so I don't know the color. I don't know if this is the lighter shade I have or the darker one that I have, but my mom gave me 2 different shades, and I do really like this concealer. I did use it during the colder months. It worked really well. I will say I think it depends on which powder you use with it, because I did notice some creasing underneath my eyes. It wasn't like super ideal, but for the time period that I was using it, it worked really well. And the reason why I'm mentioning it, even though it was like a colder month, is because I was using whichever shade this is. I was using the darker one also in the summertime, and I think I may like how it wears in the summertime more. I really do like the concealer. It's very, very creamy. I really like the way it blends out and makes my under eyes look. Bare Minerals Bronzer. It's their Endless Summer Bronzer in Warmth. If you use it for 7 days in a row, however you use it, whether it's just on your cheekbones or like all over your face, it will gradually make your face actually look like you have a tan going on, which is really cool. I would say there's like little itty bitty flecks of shimmer in here, but it's nothing crazy. It's a really nice shade. I think it's a little bit too warm for me. I've only tried it, I think, with this Origins. I think I put it on by accident. I was like, dang it, I'm not supposed to put on bronzer when I use that product. So it made it look like a little bit orange, but it wasn't too bad. I do need to try it out again. That is it for this video. I really, really hope you enjoyed. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more videos on beauty and health. And click that notification bell to be notified when I do upload. And I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye!